your story reminded me of a story when I first got started. Uh, I remember going to Kroger's grocery store out here to prospect, right? Because I was 25 years ago, so I was 22 years old, and I was in the town I'm in now, which I was relatively new. I came down here to go to college, and so I didn't know any friends or family, and so in order for me to meet people, I literally had to go out, and unbeknown to most people, I was more of an introvert, and so I just remember going to grocery store, and trying to, the 3-foot rule and all of that, and it was, it was like always be trying to talk to people, and 3 people in front of you, 3 feet in front of you, and so in doing that. Now, once I learned about these other strategies in marketing as I grew, it's like, man, when I go to the grocery store now, it's like I don't even want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to nobody. And I think it's a reflection of that, not because I had so many bad experiences, but it was just kind of awkward for me being young at that time and not knowing anybody. And so the point of that story really brings us back to the power of this postcard marketing, because if I could have did that then, I would have never went to the grocery store and had all that experience of getting in front of people. And that's what we're going to have to do. But the one thing about, I think that has kind of been somewhat lost in network marketing is that when I got involved in 25 years ago, the concept was always be trying to connect with people, always be talking to people, always, in other words, always be advertising. And that was the simple success strategy. Get in front of people, show your presentation. And somehow I think some of it has gotten lost because now people want to, well, let me get positioned with this one, or I need this leader. I didn't know any leaders, anybody like that. Had some decent success to be young in the first company because I got out there and I connected with people. Right now it's like, oh, let me get with this leader. Let me get in this force matrix downline. Let me get some spillover, right? Like nobody wants to build. Nobody wants to commit to building. But truly the simple success strategy in networking is to always be advertising. It could be talking to people. It could be offline, like you mentioned, newspapers. Like who knows what a newspaper is these days, right? But running ads in the paper. I remember getting a list and calling leads, which people still do extremely successfully, connecting with people. So you want to always be getting your business out there, and that's truly the difference between the people that are the most successful, right? And so I like this little quote I found here. It says, doing business without advertising is like winking at a girl in the dark. You know what you're doing, but nobody else does. Stuart Britt. And that's, so many people, man, are in the business, and they're paying, it might be $25 a month, it might be $250 plus a month, right? I remember paying $400 a month to make over $10,000 a month, so it wasn't any big deal. But people, we're paying for our product or service from the business, but then we balk at paying money on a monthly basis to advertise and be successful, right? Which makes no sense. So if you advertise, it's pretty difficult not to be successful. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm simply going to share with you my strategy. I don't want to present people at different levels, different starting levels. And it doesn't matter where you start because, again, the concept will always be advertising ultimately builds you to this point. But what has allowed me to be successful, one of my fortes, is really a plan and a vision. All right. And so I've built teams. I think the largest one I had was over 10,000 people in one company. Built teams, and what ultimately catapulted me into leadership circles was I did training on marketing, and then part of that training, creating the vision to be successful. Right. So a lot of companies, it'll be like, oh, just go get 2 people and magic happens. No, it's always be advertising. And then you look up and you find that your business is your check is bigger, your business is built, and you have automatic growth. So here's my 2017 plan, because we've learned something. I'm going to say this really, really quick and get right into it. It won't take long once we roll it. I've been here since March, so shortly after we pretty much got started, and we've had some wonderful months. We got started with the gold program, and money was flowing in. Summer things kind of slowed down a little bit, which typically does in the industry. Then we went through all of this to get the new system up and ready, as far as that goes. But still here, still standing. And the thing about being successful is not having your plan and vision, but also being committed and dedicated to making that happen. And so you're going to lose people. You're going to have people that stick and stay. You're going to have people that see the vision. But you have to ultimately always be working your plan. And so this is my plan that I want to present to the company, because with what we do, everybody can do it. There's no, I don't want to share with what I'm doing because I don't want the other teams to do it. Hey, we want people to be successful. And the beauty of working with Joel and talking to him is we always talk about why these companies don't put together plans that if somebody commits to working, where you can have a lot of presidentials or a lot of executives. Like, what's the problem with a lot of people making money? You only want to have a few people. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make thousands of dollars a monthly, and Joel, I believe his goal is $5,000 a month, if I remember that number. And so working in conjunction with that, what we've learned and where I think the difference is with many postcard programs that have failed people is that buying a one-time package and looking for magic to happen from that, whether you bought a 500, 1,000, 200, 100, or thousands of postcards, right, and looking for the magic to happen from that, has too many variable factors, right? So if you do it in the summer where people are slower, it could slow down the jump start of your business. The key to be successful is to always be advertising, so let's build a residual income around that. Right? Let's build a residual income around it. A lot of these postcard programs out there are about buy a package and then you're going to make a sale. Believe me, I've sent out postcards and those leads, a sale might not come in, a lead may not come in, or a lead may not come in for 3 or 4 months. So what are you sitting around? No. All right? So we understand now that not only do you have your Jumpstart packages, but you also have to have always be advertising monthly residual plan. And with that, we are beyond confident at this point that we can help people create thousands of dollars in monthly income within the next 12 months. All right. And the beautiful thing is we're not showing you something that is left to some leaders or elite people to do. It's something that any and everyone can do. And last point I'll make on this is I knew we had something here when my mother, who has joined me in several companies that support, mailed out a few hundred postcards and had people join. And my mother hadn't really had anybody join anything and all the things that I've been in the 25 years. And so I knew we had something really nice and wonderful at that point. And with the system we have in place now, ladies and gentlemen, I can't speak how it follows up messages, all of that. Your business, if you're just starting, you are in the right place to use that cliche, right place at the right time as far as postcard. If you're here, still here, and say, hey, I'm going to stick it out, then you know what we have, what we've been through, and let's get rocking and rolling and let's make this money. This is very key to understand, and if you're on the website linked in your back office, you want to see the visuals, and we had a video. Everyone is always talking about join a business, make monthly residual income, right? But what does it take to make monthly residual income? It actually takes monthly residual marketing, right? Monthly residual marketing. And the beauty of the Postcard Networker system is that it, by operation, is a residual marketing system. Now, we've enhanced it with the auto ship feature, right, to create monthly residual marketing, which by default has to create monthly residual income, because you're marketing like everyone else in business is marketing to offer your products and services to the public in order to sell those products to someone who may find an interest and create income. So if you understand, first and foremost, is not how much money do I want to make, but how much marketing can I maintain, the dollars will come. There's a reason why they create business plans, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not about the upfront money. That's the investment. That's to lay the foundation. Like when they do a lot of construction around here in Columbus, and so with the growth of the city. And so the first thing they do when they're really building a road is they tear the road out, and people are wondering what's going on. Well, they have to lay the drainage for the water so you don't have flood. So you have to lay that foundation before you can even lay the road to travel down, right? So your monthly residual marketing is going to be you getting your monthly postcards. You then establish what I'm calling the fabulous 5, all right? And if you're just doing 100 postcards, if you have 5 people doing 100 postcards, you're getting 500 postcards a month. If you have 10 people, that's 1,000 postcards. 500 postcards a month plus your 100 is 600 postcards that you're mailing out a month. I am beyond confident that if you're doing 600 postcards a month, they'll pay you into the thousands of dollars. That's really what we have here. So always be thinking monthly residual marketing first, the foundation that allows you to drive down the road to the monthly residual income that you want to have. So first thing we're going to do, we want to create leverage income. We're advertising to establish the fabulous 5. And you know, one of the things I did in this presentation is really give you the number to target, all right? Because we're talking about $5,000 in monthly income, $60,000 a year. We're going to work up to that, but I don't want you to lose sight. You're looking for 5 fabulous people. Now, this is important. I've been blessed to have 126 people registered at the website. Probably 20% of those people are just curious, fake emails, maybe, or something like that. Another 20% probably wanted to make a purchase but just never did anything. Leaving 60% that another 20% that actually engaged and got after it and got serious. Another 40% is probably just kind of, you know, here and there, right? You thought maybe this was for them, maybe it wasn't. So the key is that it's not going to be about necessarily the first 5 or the last 5, or should never be a last 5. It's 5 serious people is going to make this plan work for you and work for them to create for you $5,000 in monthly residual income. There'll be people that come and go, but you will know who your fabulous 5 are because they'll be committed and dedicated. All right, first thing we got to get out the way is what is going to be the tools to be successful, right? If you are going to build a road, since I use that example, you're going to have to get some tools first, right? They're going to have to get those machines first. That somebody's got to make that investment on the front end for, let's use a turnpike, for the toll that they're going to charge you once they get done to make that back. So as I mentioned earlier, one of the biggest areas is people commit money to buy into the business and buy the product, but they don't commit money to advertising, but yet they have a dream to be successful and make all this money and get off of their job, right? Well, the beauty of our product and service here is that we sell leads, and for a lot of people that's maybe been around a long time, they don't quite get that. It's like, what do we sell? We get this question from time to time, and it's always hilarious to me because I always needed leads in my business, and everyone does, but they never kind of see it as a viable product. But there's no product or service being sold if you don't have the lead or the prospect, and so you need a lead or a prospect. And this is why lead companies, and Joe had a very successful lead companies, are very successful and they're long-standing as well, because regardless of what product or service comes out, you still need people. I heard Danny Johnson say, people are money. People are the real money, right? And so, ladies and gentlemen, the tools for prosperity here to be successful with this game plan, the fabulous 5 that I'm looking for, the fabulous 5 that I would recommend you look for are the ones that are going to follow the game plan. The game plan is to enroll into online marketing, $50 a month. The game plan is after you buy your package, which we'll talk about, you want to have at least 100 postcard order monthly. We're talking about building residual income. Doesn't matter how many matching you come in, you want to have 100 postcard order monthly order, right? At least minimum. And then obviously you're going to have your website administrative costs, Again, kudos to the website. Leads come in, follow-up messages, things. Those are the things that have helped us online marketers be successful. And then from there, it's just your commitment and patience. You know, some months you're going to have sales, some months you're not. But as your team grows, you're always having sales. And that's the beauty of it. You're laying your foundation. So the total cost of that without stamps is $35 a month. That's $60 in commissionable volume, CV. Write that down, make a note, 60 CV. You're going to see it through the presentation, $135 a month. And again, leaders, I really don't know leaders that haven't spent well into the $200-300 to make 5-figure monthly incomes in most opportunities. And that's where you're going, ladies and gentlemen. So if you need to work up to this point, that's up to you. You understand that. But this is the vision to get after it right now, today, in January, and begin to create the monthly income that you desire to give you freedom and flexibility. So now that you got your tools, let's begin to work and hit right at these numbers of what happens. So we're going to start with the power of 3. We're working towards the fabulous 5. So many people aren't going to start with 5. Let's just start with 3. And we have 4 levels of pay, or 4 tiers. So if you refer just your 3 and you maintain just your 3, and they begin to duplicate that down through 4 tiers, that'll build you a team of 120 people. That team, if this is just the auto ships, 60 CV, the tools for prosperity, if that team is using their is getting their monthly order for the tools for prosperity, that's going to create $738 in monthly income. Now, stop right here. Pause. Let me get your attention. If you're distracted, if you're looking to the side, this is something very important that you have to do, because people, well, I want to make $5,000, I want to make $10,000, and you haven't made $100. Today, write down what you are going to do with your extra $738 a month. This is very, very important. If you haven't made that, write down what you're going to do with your extra $738 in monthly income, and put it somewhere and keep it, because when you get there, because this is certainly doable. You can certainly start from scratch. Don't have to beg family and friends. Advertise your business and refer 3 fabulous people who see the vision, because we're going to have this video available. This is going to be a focus, because you got in business to make money, right? And now with the Postcard Networker, which is the finest postcard marketing system around, finest postcard opportunity around, it's an evergreen business. It's ever growing, because you're always doing what? Residual marketing, ever growing. So a lot of times, a lot of people don't know, when leaders get up there, they're too busy training and working and probably doing 3-ways with people in most companies. They're not really doing a lot of recruiting anymore, which is good that they're helping people, but it's bad that you're not ever growing your business, because people leave, go and do whatever. This business is always growing for us. That's so powerful. That's so powerful. And the beauty in doing this just reminded me why I got excited about Postcard Networker. But we were doing it with one-time sales. Here's the residual income plan that's going to change life. So $738 a month, write it down if you've never made that, what you're going to do when you're bringing in that money monthly. Do it and begin to change your life. We go from the power of 3 to the power of 4. This is when you start really having flexibility, right? Because evergreen growing business, 4 fabulous people. Down 4 tiers is a team of 340 people. 2, if they're just on the Tools for Prosperity, just the 2, this is just your team on the Tools for Prosperity, $2,064 a month. The Tools for Prosperity give you the ability to attract people online, and it gives you the offline. Now, remember, if you have 4 people, you're getting 100 postcards yourself, and they're ordering 100 at least. That means you have, 500 postcards a month coming in. Do you see this? Do you see where it's going? See where it's hard to lose. You've got to establish your 4 fabulous people that see the vision, they commit to the Tools for Prosperity, and then watch this thing begin to grow. So before we hit 5, let me talk about this. Well, how long will it take you to do it? There are 4 tiers, and there are 3 ways of looking at this, right? if you got your 4 and they duplicated getting their 4 in 3 months, right? If it took you 3 months to get your 4, is that right? Or 3, 4? Yeah, 4, 12. 4 times 3. So I'm sorry, 4. If it took you 3 months to get yours and theirs, in a year you'd be making an extra $2,000 a month. People don't have a year vision, right? So they're in the next network marketing company. I've been here since March, and people keep coming to me to join this and join that, and I keep looking and saying, well, where's the advertising plan for your business even if I join? Right? So I got your product, but I still got to advertise. Well, I'm over here and looking at these numbers, and they're great. And I have an evergreen growing business. So if it took you 3 months to get your 4 and them 3 months to get their fabulous 4 and so forth, in a year you'd be making an extra $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year. What would you do with an extra $24,000 plus a year? If it took you a month, then you're talking about this thing taking off for you before summer. And some of you are going to get close to doing it, right? That's the beauty of what we have here with this business. Marketing in 100 postcards a month, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the fabulous 5, ladies and gentlemen. Here's where you ultimately have a major choice. The average person, last statistics I saw a couple years back, the average household in America was like around $50,000 a year. So I've always, people will call me up and say, I want to quit my job. And some of you may quit your job. But I've also found that you can be a lot happier on your job when you have another set of income coming in. And you're not looking and saying, well, do I have a sick day or do I have a vacation day? You just take the day off, right? So you create a dual income stream. Your job, as we should understand, is an income stream, right? If we're going to wrap this up as we're at the top of the hour. The job is an income stream. Your postcard networking business is an income stream. And then we allow you to build a third network marketing coming on the back end. Create these income streams and change your life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you refer 5 fabulous people who then begin to do the system, you focus on your 5 fabulous people, they see the vision, they get it, you build it down, that creates for you $4,710 in monthly income. Everybody's ordering 100 postcards. Everybody's loading up videos in the online marketing. Postcard Networker is the finest postcard business around, and we're not even done yet. So remember that it's not a bill, it's a build. It's not a bill, B-I-L-L, it's a build. Like, some of y'all should print this out, stick it up there, because when things get a little tight, first thing you want to do is cut out your advertising. If you do that, where's your business going? Find the other things to cut and keep your advertising going, right? It's not a bill, it's a build. Now there's more. We have those first order packs. So when someone comes in and joins, they most likely get a first order pack. There's the starter pack, the silver pack, and the platinum pack. And instead of you doing all this advertising and trying to build up the qualifications to get paid on multiple levels, you can jumpstart and be able to get qualified to get paid on all 4 levels. So by buying the platinum pack, all right, you can get paid on 3 levels, be qualified to get paid on 3 levels, paying $10 a month. By buying the silver pack, which I think is probably the most popular, and then you have the starter pack, which you get paid on 2 levels. If you're just a basic member, you get paid on 1 level. You can do that. You can build this up. You do what you need to do. But people, if you understand being qualified for those levels and the vision of going after your fabulous 5, ladies and gentlemen, you want to be getting qualified for 3 or 4 of those levels right out the gate. So there's more. We just talked about before, that was just a residual based on everybody on your team being on the auto ship. It did not include the starter package income. So let me show you how things could jump, that if out of every 500 postcards, now this means you have your team of 5 down 4 levels. That's a team of 780 people, not 7,800 people like show you in other companies. 780 people, right? Which is truly not a lot in network marketing, right? Now, you've got that established. That's $4,710 in monthly income just on the auto ship part. Well, we're an evergreen boring business. We're advertising, so it means when people come in, they're going to buy a starter pack. If they just bought the $100 starter pack, which is probably not the best way to jumpstart a business, but if that's where they need to start, you now go from $4,710 a month. If out of every 500 postcards in your business, which is like every 5 people ordering 100 postcards, you go to from $40,700 to $6,280 in monthly income because you're going to get commissionable volume. If you sold out of every 500 postcards, or every 5 people ordering 100 postcards, and you sold a silver pack, you're now jumping your income from $4,700 to $7,800. This is monthly steady residual income. Ladies and gentlemen, we could not get this focusing on just one-time packages, one-time sales, because when summer comes and you busy and you want to take your money, you want to start enjoying life, things slow down. But that auto ship keeps working, keeps clicking for you. Always be advertising. You can be on the go and drop some stamps on some postcards and send out 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 postcards on the go. Always be advertising, all right? What if out of every 500 postcards, this is probably not the most probable scenario, you sold a platinum package? But maybe it is, because they're going to begin to see the vision of what we have here, right? They're going to jumpstart their business with 1,000 postcards. Out of every 500 postcards, if you sold a platinum package, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at $12,560 in monthly income. Don't if you haven't made that much money or close to it, don't write it down yet, but keep it in the back of your mind. Because I'm looking forward to, and I want you as the other leaders out here have done it, I'm looking forward to people on my Fabulous 5. In 2017, if it took you 3 months to get your 5, and then the second row, 3 months, if in a year, I'm looking forward to my Fabulous 5 earning over not $5,000 a month, but over $10,000 in monthly income. And ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't include the informational products that we sold with the team. That doesn't include the income that will come from the network marketing company that you'll promote. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the most, when I saw these numbers, I'll say this again, and some of these have been with me. And when Joel will remember, when we put together the gold package, because that's not how we started, ladies and gentlemen, not at all. When we put together the gold package, I said to Joe, and Joe wasn't getting it. He'll tell you he wasn't getting it. I said, man, do you realize what you have done? Because I immediately go to the calculator. Like they'll put the package in the numbers, and I start plugging in the vision of building my business, because I'm in business just like everybody else to make money. So I want to know, what is the game plan going to make me some money? I said, man, this is a winner. This is a home run. The only thing we were missing was the system. Now we got the system, and we've improved upon that, ladies and gentlemen. I have 2 times 780 people in my downline that have come through the system. They're not all paid. They're not all on the auto ship, right? But I'm saying that in March this year, and I jump-started my business with people I knew I could get out there, and then I just got the last 6 months, I was just mailing postcards. So I wasn't really doing anything different. I jump-started just like most people do, contacted people, all, let them see the videos, do whatever they did. Total in my downline, right? They're not all active, but if we'd had this system, if we'd had this vision, this auto ship, ladies and gentlemen, I would probably still be on vacation right now, because I can. That's the potential of what we have here with the Finest Postcard Networking System. It's going to build you an evergreen advertising business. You can take to any person in any network marketing company, because on the back end, there's a link for them to take those prospects, those leads that come in, that need advertising themselves, and also show them what you're doing. and say, hey, tag along with me with this as well. If 20% of those people joined in or bought a product there, you're going to create another set of income. That's the power of what we have here. So there's nothing left to do, but ladies and gentlemen, if you're new, if you haven't got started right with us, as I like to say, when I'm presenting this business, it's very simple to me, right? Nothing demeaning about this at all. You start where you start. But I looked at it and I heard a guy say one time about a business, he said, how you want to get rolling? You want to crawl, walk, or run, right? And that's really what it comes down to. Do you want to crawl, walk, or run? And most people ain't trying to be babies. So crawling tends to be out. But if that's where you are, that's where you are. You get started. It's better than doing nothing. Most people are somewhere between walking and running. And ladies and gentlemen, if we walk and run with this, when we have those next events of the Postcard Network, like we don't have events and all this rah-rah about these products and pills and testimony. We just get together as a family. Like we went to a baseball game, right? Set up in the I got money seats. Right? We just rented out the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, when we get together, we just having a good time, and there's no ego, there's no this, because we know we all can win because of the power of residual marketing, because of the power of the Postcard Network. I thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I hope you got some information. I hope you change your life in 2017, as me and my fabulous five are going to do. Thanks a lot, Joe, for giving me the time.